Web3.TV.
Hello and welcome to Web3TV. I'm Lisa Amnegard, and today we're at the Dubai AI Festival. Joining me right now is Ronnie Sheth, CEO of Senen Group. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Lisa. Good to be here.
How's your day been so far?
It's been exciting.
And you just got off the stage. You're one of the speakers here today. So one of the topics that you spoke about is the art of leading AI. So tell me a little bit more about that.
So in my personal opinion, given everything that is happening right now with AI, I believe that if we don't start leading AI, AI will end up leading us. If we don't start shaping AI, AI will start shaping us. And I think as business leaders, as communities, as even government leaders, we have a lot of those here today, and we had some yesterday. I do believe that we really need to put strategic, serious thought into how we leverage AI for us versus how we're dragged about by AI today.
Yeah, because AI has become such a buzzword.
Precisely.
So, in your opinion, how do we lead AI?
To me, I think it's two things. Number one is the mindset. Right now, we talk big about unleashing AI on humanity. These are words that you hear a lot in these circles, especially in the technological circles. And AI as being a child and it growing up. And these are things that are nice to envision. But in reality, how can we make AI practical? How can we make AI a little bit more down to earth today and in the future, where we're looking at AI as a strategic partner for us in service of humanity? Right? So if we have that mindset that cultivates the sort of thinking that is required to say, okay, how do we make AI work for us? That's number one. And number two is really having an open forum discussion, getting industry, getting academia, getting governments together and saying, what are we really creating? What kind of future do we want to create? What do we want to see as business leaders, as educators, as governments, as society? And having that healthy dialogue open up is the way to the future with AI.
And a little bit where AI should stand in all of this.
Of course, absolutely.
And taking back the control, because I think that's a little bit what people are worried about. They're like, AI is going to take over the world. And I read this report where it was very utopian, like AI was going to take over society and humanity and everything like that, which I don't believe in. But I mean, it's a real fear for many people. But tell me a little bit more about what you're doing at Senen Group and what kind of services you're providing.
So Senen, if I had to put it in a simple statement, would be we create human-centered experiences by leveraging disruptive enablers like data and AI. So we design and deploy these experiences, whether they're for employees, whether they're for customers, whether they're for partners. And we can all say that AI has been a disruptive enabler. If we want to put it down and boil it down to simple terms, we actually design and deploy and implement strategy. We execute and operationalize that strategy around data and AI, and we help create those literacy programs, the enablement, the education that helps people understand and adopt and scale AI.
So how should companies navigate this now, do you think?
I think companies are still exploring and figuring it out. As big data was a wave, people kind of wanted to be data driven, and that was great. I think we're kind of past that wave now, almost. But I think the other wave was AI, right? This is the second wave that we're in, big wave that we're in. And everybody wants to be AI centric. They want to be data driven. They want to be AI first. But nobody really has cracked the code on how to do that successfully, because a lot of times the metric that I really love that has been shared is I think over 82% of companies globally are implementing AI, but over 85% of AI projects fail.
Yeah.
Now, if we do that math, that means that there's something wrong in our approach in companies and how companies are approaching adoption of AI.
Definitely.
Right?
And I think there's still no real good business model when it comes to scaling AI and making a profit.
That's right.
So in your opinion, what do you see as some use cases that could be useful for businesses when it comes to AI?
So I think use cases are really dependent on the industry and on the organization. But the one thing that I take away every single time that we work with a company is companies are rightly very excited about AI. And they will outline all of these use cases and say, here's where we believe that AI is going to make the most impact. Normally, what they end up choosing are the most painful, hardest use cases. And that is why they don't actually get to successful deployments, because it is painful, it is challenging. And if you use AI, which is an evolving technology, we still don't understand what AI can do for us, and apply that to a painful, challenging, almost impossible use case, that's not a good combination. So our approach when we go in is really to say, okay, from a practical standpoint, which we are operators, we have been operators in this space for a long time. From a practical standpoint, if we come in, what are the use cases that will get you to those aha moments fast? That will get you to a successful implementation, even though it's small, and then you build the momentum on top of it.
So start small and then tackle the big problems later, basically.
Precisely.
And you're also one of the sponsors for today's event. So I just want to tap into, how do you see Dubai as becoming this AI global leader?
I think that's a great question. And the reason why we're here is twofold. Number one is the people of Dubai, the leadership of Dubai, the people of Dubai have in their veins this sort of mindset where let's do this, right? It's visionary, it's resilient, it's agile, it's adaptive. And that is a brilliant combination to have as a nation. That's number one. Number two, I believe, this is a testament to what's been going on in the region is UAE came up with the groundbreaking regulatory framework using AI, right? They want to deploy artificial intelligence in legal landscapes. And I think that's wonderful. I think UAE, this region, is pioneering something that we thought was unimaginable, right? And yes, there's going to be lessons learned and, some fine tuning along the way, but the pioneering spirit is what really kind of caught our attention. And that's part of the reason why we're here as sponsors.
Yeah, you can definitely feel that. There's this go-to attitude, which is quite empowering in a sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Likewise.
And I'll be bringing you more interviews. My name is Lisa Amnegard, and you're watching Web3TV.
Web3.TV